brings back to the team, immediately you're like, okay, so these are the Warriors. Here we are, this muddled West. 17-9, Steph with 42. Here he is after the win.
3 weeks is a long time in terms of every day wanting to get back out there, but in the grand scheme of things, if you put in the work and stay patient, obviously, there's going to be a little transition period, but you hope to get back to where you're at and you want to sustain that in terms of what's next leading through December and continue to push and get back to Warrior basketball night in, night out. We got Alfonso back today, which is nice. Hopefully Draymond soon, a couple games, and still really start to pick up momentum. It's been a rough 3-4 weeks all the way around, and sitting on the sidelines and watching wasn't fun.
Well, this is fun. Corona brings us our Limelight stat of the night. High. So far, everything's starting to move towards where you expect the Warriors. It's going to take a long time, and as he referenced, guys, no Draymond yet. They're not full throttle. We remember how different they looked even without Iguodala going back a year ago. So we know, Timmy, that they obviously want to have everybody together. But what kind of a lift does it give when a team gets a guy like Steph back on the floor? We know what he adds on paper. What's the feel immediately and the difference in the feel when he's back on the floor?
You get your captain back. You get your leader back. You get the guy that comes out and make everything easier for you on the offensive end. He passes. He moves without the basketball. They look for him. He sees the court in different ways that Kevin Durant doesn't see the court. He finds people, and they offense just runs smoother while he's out there, and they have more confidence when he's out there. And you know when he's making shots like that, 30 feet, 4-pointers, layups, it makes it easy for the team to come out and say, hey, we got our guy back and let's roll with him.
Smitty, also it changes the role for everybody else, because it makes it a little easier, right? Even for KD, who kind of was carrying some weight in some of these efforts, especially in the second half, where tonight, when things were close, he was able to lean on Steph a bit again to get those points.
Yeah, I mean, Steph creates confusion, chaos. I mean, you're running on the break and he's stopping behind the line 30, 40 feet out. You might have two guys running at him. And obviously, if somebody was guarding Tim Hardaway that far out, I would have a lot of room to operate to make a second move, a counter move, because the guy is not leaving Steph Curry. And what he does is on defense, he's one of those guys that knows how to play D. He's not a lockdown defender, but he'll come out there and give that effort. But on the offensive end, they can get out and run, and the floor is spaced in half court or in transition. I
would say 82 chapters, right? Long season. Everybody kind of freaks out. I know, on this side of the business, Smitty knows this for years. We got to listen to more of it because people kind of lose their minds, Tim. But for the Warriors, they never had the whole team. And people are kind of freaking out like, oh, my God, what's wrong with them? How scary is it that they're still 17-9, still where they are in the West, with all the injuries and some of the other stuff going on, in perfect position still?
Well, you got to understand, they built a cushion early while Steph was healthy. And then injuries started happening. Steph got hurt, Draymond got hurt, and you have to rely on Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson to come out and carry the bulk of the load. And everybody else wasn't, in continuity with one another. Now you get Steph back. Like Steph said, I'm coming back. Draymond going to come back in the next couple of weeks. And the team is going to be healthy again. And watch out. They're going to take this lead in the West again like they had it before. They're going to start winning like 8, 9, 10, 12 games in a row and then lose one and then break out another 12 wins again. So when they get healthy, they very, very scary.
Can we just talk about how weird it is seeing the Warriors and the Cavaliers play and seeing it in this
Yeah, it's different.
It's weird, right?
The Cavs are definitely in rebuild. They've lost so many players. And what's so scary about the Warriors, to add to that, a lot of those guys, second unit guys, got a chance to play major minutes. And I think Jerebko's a guy, when you're new to a system and you get spot minutes, it's hard to get in the flow. But when you had Draymond out, he started playing consistent minutes. Alfonso McKinney was out, so you had other guys step up. You forgot Damian Jones has been out as well. So they're missing Draymond Green, Jones, McKinney, and Curry. And don't forget, the boogeyman Cousins will be coming back pretty soon, too. So that's another guy that can draw a double team and get buckets.
And that is the boogeyman indeed, because it would scare literally everybody if the Warriors didn't already. This